All right. Wow. We got something going on today. Welcome to Dead Air, number 57. Hello, Brian. How's it going, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
And we're in the Midwest, coming out of Austin, Texas, and I've got a returning great guest. Mitch Burrow is here. He's been on Dead Air before. He's coming back, and we're great to have him because I think we had a great time last time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Go Navy. Go Navy.
I was in the Marine Corps.
All right, okay. I was in the Air Force, so just call me shy and timid. And we've got a real first here on Dead Air, and I am totally blown away. We've had Jehovah's Witnesses. We've had women with questionable occupations. We've had interracial couples. We've had people. We've had a lot of different stripes on Dead Air, but this is the first time that we've had two guests with the first name. I'm not kidding. I got a Lukas Mccrary with it spelled Lukas, and then I've got a Lucas Lucas. So it's like a Brian, Brian or Bryan, whatever.
Which one do you think is the right way to spell it?
I'm not going to go there because by doing that, I'm going to annihilate.
Alienate.
I'm going to annihilate some listeners because everybody thinks their name is spelled the right way. So we'll leave it up to, I guess we'll let the two Lucases just take shirts off and just start whacking each other over the head with the wacky stick.
Let's do it.
Some little business today. Shout out to my sister Bobby Ann and her husband Paul Maniscalco. No relation to the comic Sebastian Maniscalco. They have a 35-year anniversary today. Holy cow. 35
Takes
years.
a lot.
Fortunately, they have their own residences, and I guess that helped for them to last as long as they did. Shout out to Abby Lieberman, very funny comic, nicest guy in the world. We know him from Los Angeles. He was down in Florida and had a vehicle altercation, and he's doing well. He's conscious, and we wish Abby the best. There he is. He was a passenger in a vehicle that was unfortunately T-boned. One of the worst T-bone or head-on collision is the worst one you want to hear about, or something involving a tree. You'd rather go in the lake with your kids than hit a tree, head-on, or T-bone. So that's my biggest fear out here. They drive like crazy out here. Have you noticed that?
In Texas?
They go too fast, and we don't know where they're going. We don't know where they're going.
And it's all big trucks, too, so they're just going to run over your
and keep going. They won't even see that little pickup I have. But they drive really fast. And then Memorial Day, for all the men and women who lost their lives defending this great country, is the 31st, Monday. So it's a lot more than barbecues and cold beer, guys and gals. So Monday will be a 3-day weekend, and we'll celebrate the fallen servicemen and women of the United States. So our hats are off to them and their families who lost them, I guess. And Paul Mooney passed away. Holy cow. So I'm just going to shout out this. This is all I'll have to say about Paul Mooney. Go on YouTube and go to YouTube, David Letterman, Paul Mooney episode. He sits down and does panel with David Letterman.
Yeah.
And it is like every comic who's interested in comedy or anybody that's interested in laughing should see the way he handles himself. I've never seen anybody thread the needle. Like, there it is. Everything. You listening, Lucas?
Yeah. Pay attention.
I mean, it is just and I only saw it a couple of days ago. Somebody sent it to me. I mean, Letterman doesn't laugh out loud, so Letterman is laughing as much as you can get Letterman to laugh. It's so good that Paul Schaefer gets involved in it. The music director even gets involved in this. I mean, every joke hits.
Simply not for you. It really isn't. And it's like they tell you strange things here. I'm on orange alert. I said, good. I'm on white alert. I'm not getting off of it.
I was counting until he said something negative about white people. And it was 6 seconds.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's great.
I mean, as brilliant as he was, that man did hate white people. So if you want to feel bad about yourself,
No, I don't think he really did, Mitch. I don't think he really did. But if you don't know who Paul Mooney is, he's the brainchild. When what's his name went on Saturday Night Live? What's his name? Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor. He was like his writing partner, right?
Yeah, that's one of his 3 requests. That Paul Mooney come on and write this that one scene that they couldn't do today, probably the interview, honky. Double honky
with him and Chevy Chase, where they're doing the word association.
So you comedy fans out there, you don't know what you're missing.
Dead cracker. Yeah. That's. I'm not going to say which word led to that one.
Right.
But it was very.
We'll let you say it. Go ahead. Say it.
He probably doesn't even know that word these days. It's been taken out of the vernacular.
Right.
But that was a different time in Saturday Night Live. I do want to say something about Paul Mooney though, since he passed. If you ever read I'm Dying Up Here, about a big part of that was comedians fighting for getting paid, working at the Comedy Store and stuff. Paul Mooney was one of the big 3 that was standing up for the picket lines and getting paid, and he actually reached out to Richard Pryor, and Richard Pryor sent a letter, because I think he was in Hawaii doing something, but he sent a letter giving his support of the comedians, said he wouldn't perform at the Comedy Store until they were getting paid, and that was because Paul Mooney was a big part of that, standing up for it and making sure the comedians were getting paid for what they were doing up there. So
exactly,
this is a hero in a lot of ways for comedians.
Let me thank you for that, Mitch. I talked to Harris Pete on the phone, and he thought he couldn't believe that Paul Mooney passed away. He said that the Grim Reaper would have been intimidated by Paul Mooney and would have ran away. So let me start with
a Bible verse.
Let me start with Lucas. Tell us who you are. Tell us your name, will you?
Hey, I am Lukas Mccrary.
Very funny comedian. I've met him out here in Austin. We like to swear the guests in on dead air. You don't mind. You can have your choice of the Quran, the Bible, or the Yellow Pages if you so wish.
Let's do the Quran, please.
Very cavalier. I think this is the first time we've had a Quran. They're almost identical books, the same characters in both books. A lot of these people, burn the Quran, burn the Quran. Hey, read the Quran first, asshole, and you'll realize Jesus is mentioned in both books, and a lot of other
more
people.
so in the Quran.
Yeah.
Jesus is mentioned more in the Quran by the in Islam.
It's just so many people in America talking about so much that they don't know. Taking a stand when they don't know. So, Quran. Are you serious? You want to do this Quran?
Yeah.
Can we cut this part out? Can we cut this part out? And then we can splice in him doing the Bible, even the yellow. No, go ahead. Put your right hand on the Quran, please. Wow, this is a first. Raise your other hand, whatever that one is. You get mixed up, right or left, my right, your left.
Quran, Bible.
Is it the light from the back of the plane? Is that the back? Is that the right engine? Or is it from the front of the plane? Is that the right engine? Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God, while you're on dead air?
I promise. I swear.
Swear to God?
I swear to God.
Dynamite.
All right.
It's Allah.
Allah, sorry.
Wow, first time. That is amazing on dead air. Give him a big hand. Now we got to go through your luggage and your backpack to see if you have anything inside that may just blow this whole fucking building apart. So you're a comic now? How long you been at the mic?
At the okay.
Behind the mic.
Right. 3 to 4 years now.
Wow,
Somewhere
you're very
in there.
good. You're very good.
Thank you.
You get them going big time, big time. I can always tell when a comic's doing well is when the audience laughs real loud. When I'm at a comedy show and I hear nothing but people laughing out loud, then I know the comic is, I guess, doing well. But if I'm in the room and I don't hear much sound coming from there, that makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what the going on in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Lucas, are you ready?
Yeah, I'd like the Yellow Pages, Brian.
Yellow Pages.
Yeah.
I'm
Howard.
surprised. You have
Yeah.
a nice family and all that.
Yeah.
That's okay. We won't. We'll think about it, but we won't hold it against you. Go ahead. Do you swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God, while
I
you're
do.
while you're on dead air?
I do.
Thank you. All right. Mitch has been
The
sworn
Bible.
in. No, you've been sworn in already. You've been on the show.
I was
already.
trying to stand up for Jesus, man. We got an atheist and an Islam here. I was trying to be all like, come on,
Not
praise
today.
his name.
Not today.
Okay.
Yeah, you're a repeat guest that we're happy to have, and there's no reason. Brian and I decided, and we had it must have been a 7-hour meeting with the producers and some of the consultants, and we said, hey, I don't think there's a reason to swear somebody in who's previously been sworn in. So tell us, happy to see you from L.A. I know
Yeah.
you, buddy, the Comedy Store.
Yeah, we've been friends for a while.
Tell us your little story and how you about you coming out here and how do you like it out here? And
I love it out here. I've been here for 2.5 weeks. Going to be here for 2 more. From Los Angeles, originally from Iowa. Been doing comedy for 11 years now. Started in Los Angeles at the Comedy Store. Hung out there till 2 a.m. 6 nights a week.
worked
back when
with
it was
Bill
dead.
Burr.
Yeah, got to open for Bill.
You work with Bill Burr.
Yeah, all the time.
Good answer. He's on to me, isn't he? And I saw your family. I came out of that
Yeah.
movie. I saw that action star Jason Smadmeth, whatever his name is, The Wrath of Man. You know the guy who used to play in The Transporter?
Yeah, Jason Statham.
Yeah.
The bald guy.
I like him.
Yeah.
I told the audience I wanted to go see that coming out May 7th, so I went and saw it. It was.
Did you go to a theater?
Yeah, regular theater.
How was it?
Oh, I love it. There's nobody there. It's great.
My brother thought you saw Jason Statham in the theater the way you worded it. You're like, I saw Jason Statham in the theater. And my brother's
Oh,
like,
no. I saw his new movie. you guys are familiar with The Transporter?
Yeah.
Cool movies, right?
Yeah, it's great.
And I like going in the day, you don't see a couple of senior citizens. Then you see 2 ladies together, and right away you say, wow, maybe they're lesbians,
Yeah.
No, you're not sure, but sometimes you get kind of,
Excited?
yeah.
They don't let
Well,
them in
yeah.
there at night. They gotta go during the day.
no, they like to hang out in the day.
Do you
They
go
feel
by
safe.
do you go by yourself?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I love going to the movies by myself. Some people think it's sad.
No,
but
it's people that don't need people.
You're focusing on the movie. I don't need to talk to somebody about what I'm watching right now. Like it's a nice peaceful during the daytime. It's a nice way to spend the day.
Yeah,
when
but
you're-
who do you finger then?
Yourself.
yeah,
obviously.
yourself. Just sitting on that thumb, man.
So what do you think of Austin?
I love it. Yeah, I mean, like
Midwest,
the
huh?
Damn right. Yeah, the
Is this
venue
the
we did
Midwest?
last night.
Yeah, is this considered the? I thought it was the South.
South.
Is it called the South?
No, this is
Yeah.
Texas. It's different. It's separate from everything else. Don't
Right.
call Texas the South. Don't call it the Midwest. It's Texas.
People don't realize Texas used to be its own country until the United States, what do they call it, annexed?
Annex, yeah.
I think Texas tries to make sure everyone knows that, and I think they
Yeah.
still want people to think that to a certain extent.
They should be their own state, but they had that little weather problem that they said, well, maybe that we're a little bit too premature on that right now. We don't have any. Where are you from?
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
the volunteer state.
Volunteer state.
How long you been out here? in
4
Austin?
months now.
Oh, about the same as me. I got here February 4th. When did you get here?
Oh, I beat you. I got here at the end of January.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. So,
Not really going to be able to give us a good tour of the area.
so Mitch, go ahead, reintroduce yourself, and congratulations on you know what. You tell us.
Yeah, so I just had a baby. She's 7 weeks old. I too worked at the Comedy Store. Not as long as Lucas. I was there for about a year and a half, and then
You ever work with Bill Burr?
nope, never had the chance. I'm not as blessed as you guys. I have seen him walking through the parking lot. I parked his car before in the parking lot. That's about as far as it goes. That's my relationship with the big guys. I leave a spot open for Rogan when he pulls in the lot. Parked Burr's car. David Tell takes a taxi everywhere he goes, so he never pulled in. But that's it. Yeah.
And I never take my car in there. 'Cause give you guys why make it more difficult on a parking lot that's so small?
Honestly, any comedian that like Ubers in or something is a lot guy's hero.
And I want to be able to run away after my show. I don't want to wait around in the back waiting for my car to come out after what I just
Wait a
You know,
second.
there's-
Is this supposed to be a picture of my baby? Is that? that's some fucked up shit.
Beautiful
dude.
baby.
No, that is not what my
No, not this. Not your baby's very beautiful, Billy.
Yes, her
beautiful
name is-
little girl.
Her name is Billy. And then we did that, and then I'm coming up on America's Got Talent this season as well. So
Oh, wow.
All right.
Awesome.
That's
Keep it-
exposure, buddy. That's
is.
big time, man.
yeah, well, hopefully it works out. You know, we'll see how everything goes with it.
What's your talent? Are you gonna juggle? Or-
Man, I wish it was anything other than stand-up comedy, because then I'd have a chance to win.
Are you fucking with the Mitch?
You know, when you stand up for me, but you have to look at the cue card to remember my name, it doesn't do too much for
How did your set go? Do you have any idea?
I can't talk about it. I
That's
signed
right,
I signed a
yeah.
non-disclosure.
Oh, you already did it.
But I am excited for people to watch. I can say that regardless of what happens on the show, I hope that people watch and get to see me do it.
So how do you feel about that drink in front of you? Do you think it's good, or do you think it's okay? Or
This drink is great. Okay. Yeah, for sure, really good. I will say this: it is
What just happened?
one of the most emotionally draining experiences I've ever had being on set for that show.
You never were a dog catcher.
No, but I was in the Marine Corps and I went to Iraq, and I've done a lot of different things in my life. But the 12 hours a day that I spent there for 2 days, getting ready to go up and do 2 minutes of comedy, all the background story and everything.
Tell us
tough.
at least. Maybe you can tell us at least this. How many different sets or performances or material did you have to prepare for these clowns?
So I just did the one. So and that is the pre-tape thing, and then after they decide who's gonna, so there'll be 8 weeks showing all of those auditions, and then they decide who moves forward to the live show. But I see. You have to have 4 different acts, to perform if you're gonna go all the way.
If you're gonna keep going.
But so far, I've only done the one that has been pre-taped.
Well, if I think everybody will agree with me here at the table that I think you have a good chance of being selected to go further because of your accent. And is there anybody else on the show like you?
I will say this. Well, no, actually, I can't.
Not to
say
mention your comedy and everything, but you know what I mean. You know how show business is. They want to mix it up.
They
want
like it-
different.
they
They
like
want
it-
a Puerto Rican. They want an Asian. They want to make sure everybody's
a character.
everybody's
Yeah.
not character so much, culture.
No, I think it's a character. I don't think they really respect culture. I think they want
Really?
somebody who, but it's like you said, whether it's someone who's Puerto Rican or whatever, or
Asian.
Southern or whatever. It's they want something to stand out different.
Right.
And yeah, I think I at the time we were pregnant with our baby, so I had that storyline going. I'm from the South, and then some other more dramatic stuff that made me cry.
Where are you from in the South originally?
I'm
Again,
from Georgia.
Georgia. And thank you for your service. You served in the United States Marine Corps.
Yeah, I mean,
Way to go,
I
my
was
friend.
I was 18 and had a GED, so it wasn't like I was really putting a lot on the line for the country at that
You
time.
could have lost your life. A lot of servicemen lose their lives in non-military combat. Accidents, training missions,
Tripping.
tripping. All right, I just want to warn you. Okay,
You got to respect the.
no,
the
he's
military.
great. You've been white for a long time, huh? Look at you.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah.
get any whiter than you are. I mean, next to the word Caucasian is a picture of Lukas Mccrary.
When you were young, were you considered white, or have you been discovered that you're white once you got
American
over it?
Indian, part Portuguese. Now let's move on.
That's a very sensitive subject.
All right, let's do the weather. Let's get this podcast going. Happy anniversary to Paul and Bob. Paul Mooney again for the last time. You've got to go to YouTube and watch this David Letterman interview. It's the only one. He sits down. He's not doing stand-up. He's talking. And if you're interested in laughing and doing comedy, you've got to watch this. Go
Brian,
ahead.
can you tell the story that you told me last night about what you'd say to Paul Mooney when he'd pull into the parking lot at the comedy
Yeah, I
store?
used to pull into the parking lot. You would have loved this if you were working the lot when that guy was around. He used to have these big-ass Cadillacs, the longest ones, the 1964, just long when America was, not $1.50 gas, those big old Cadillacs. And he used to drive and pull in, and I'd go up to the driver's side window while he was still in the vehicle, and I'd say, "Does the owner of the vehicle know you have it?" And he got a big kick out of that. So Memorial Day on Monday, Paul Mooney, YouTube, David Letterman appearance. Don't miss it. And the temperature today, okay, that's what I got, Brian. 84 degrees, 28.9 degrees Celsius. Biometric pressure is 29.92 inches of mercury. Dew point is 72 degrees or 22.2 degrees Celsius. The winds are out of southeast at 9 miles an hour. I had to really put that tripod down with that chalk so it wouldn't blow. You saw it.
I saw it. It's crazy out there.
And the moon is going to be a waning gibbous. I'd like to see what percentage of the moon is visible, but it always just gives me waning gibbous every week. High tide, no beach, no umbrella, no sand. You're in the Midwest.
Texas.
Clean air, though.
And sunset will be 8:26 p.m. So you got a lot of time to get cheeky on a picnic, maybe.
I got a quick question.
Yeah.
You said the biometric. What was that one thing? The biometric.
Biometric pressure?
Yeah. What is that?
That's 29.92.
No. What is that?
That's the pressure in the atmosphere. I'm not quite sure. I can't just remember everything, but it's something about the pressure in the pressure in the
I guess
atmosphere.
if we were a pilot or something, we might need to know that.
Or on dead air. The humidity is 61 degrees. The ultraviolet rays is 7. You're gonna burn quick. Do you use sunscreen?
I do actually every day.
You burn like a marshmallow on a
No.
campfire with a. God, you're a very light-skinned white guy. God, you're
Thank
white.
you. Thank you.
I think he's probably the whitest person we've had on this show so far. Maybe the strippers were pretty white too. Air quality is 63 or moderate.
Also, I do think Lucas Hirl is a much whiter person.
Yeah, I'm glad that I'm not getting this. I'm glad
Oh,
that
maybe
he's
it's the
here.
beard. Maybe it's the beard.
Lucas is so white. He's pink at a certain point.
Goddamn right.
I don't know how you've been avoiding this.
Yeah.
You're sitting to his blind
Thanks,
side.
Mitch. Thanks for bringing it up.
Yeah, you're pretty white too. You guys are pretty white.
But I don't act white.
And
What are you trying to say?
He acts like a ginger.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
what day is gingers allowed to beat gingers? What day is that? Do you know?
That they.
You can smack a ginger. What
Oh,
day
I
is
thought that was every day.
That was it when you were in middle school?
Yeah.
Every day was Smack a Ginger Day.
The chance of participation today is 50%. Visibility is 10 miles.
Participation.
And air quality is 60 miles. Humidity 61% humidity. So it's kind of sticky out there. And so that's the weather report. I hope that was brought to you by the Weather Channel.
How have you been dealing with the humidity since you moved out here?
I don't mind.
You know, in Los Angeles, it's a dry heat. That's what everyone says.
Right.
But now you're out here, you're sweating your dick off every day.
Right.
It really hasn't been that bad. Like the last couple of days. The last couple of days.
Thank you, Brian, for saving me on
You're-
that. You
you're-
startled me with that last comment.
You're in here with your air conditioner turned up to
No.
50 degrees. Like, yeah,
The last couple of days, it's been like very noticeable, the humidity. But up to recently, it's been kind of just okay. It hasn't been as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I was dying even last night,
Yeah.
like going up on stage for your show. I was dripping sweat.
You should see the Creek in the Cave, the other place down the street.
Yeah.
They have like no air conditioning. You get off that, you have like an inch of water in your shoes.
I forgot. Like I grew up in a part of Georgia where the humidity is very similar, and it's just I forgot how rough it is.
Today, on May 28th, some of the things that happened in this day in history on the 28th of May is 1937, the Volkswagen automobile company was founded. It was founded and operated by Nazis in the beginning, but that's not the case today. and the famous Volkswagen Beetle.
See, if we can forgive Volkswagen, we can forgive Tony Hinchcliffe.
Of course.
Look at Hitler. He loved his little Volkswagen.
That's insane. So the beat.
It was the car for everybody. It was affordable. It was
Hitler's looking at that Volkswagen the way I look at my baby.
he really loves it.
It's just cute, isn't it? I can't do accents. I don't know why I just tried.
Look at the guy behind Hitler. Like he looks like he was burnt.
Yeah.
Okay, there's so many things that we're just not going to say right now.
1961, Amnesty International was founded. They won a Nobel Peace Prize in 1977, and their job is to human rights activists and political prisoners that need to be relocated or released. So our hats are off to Amnesty International. Doing a great job for humanity as a whole.
Yeah, sure.
And 1998, Pakistan. This is for you, Mitch. You'll love this one. This next segment. I'll try to go through it as quick as I can. I don't want to take up too much time. But in 1998, Pakistan became part of the push-button club.
Nuclear.
That's right.
Oh,
Now, since you were a Marine, you'll like this. The 9 countries that have nuclear weapons, and there may be more because this is the official list, but you just don't know. Whatever's published, you could count on something else being the case.
Is that a commonly used term too, the push button club? Because I hadn't heard it until you came over today, and I find it very funny.
Yeah, I've never heard it either.
Yeah, I coined it because you can really actually destroy the whole world
with the
by
push of a
just
button.
putting a couple of codes in and activating nuclear destruction. What do you think about that? You into it?
I say more push buttons, the better.
Wow. Maybe you have a friend. I don't know where that friend would be or where that friend resides right now. Do you have a friend in hell? The Push Button Club, USA, Russia, China, Pakistan, India, Britain, North Korea, Israel, and France. Now, I thought there were 7, but doing some research, I have 9.
France is the surprising one.
There's
Yeah.
only 9 right now?
9 officially claimed,
Okay.
but there could be some other nonsense. You know, once these nukes get out and get produced, they can be pawned off to other less. You know, you
Right.
just don't know what's going on.
Canada doesn't have one?
No, Canada doesn't need one. They don't even lock their fucking doors. Why would they need a nuclear weapon? Are we gonna have? Is this gonna be the way it's gonna be the whole time?
I'm just trying to be...
No, you're great. It's me. It's me. Don't you love that when you have to break up with a girl? You always have to say, "It's me. It's me. It's not you. It's not you. It's me. It's me." So, United States has 1,373 ready to go, 5,800 in various storage or dismantling. Russia has 1,570 and 870 in to be dismantled or in storage. So you really can't.
We have 3 more than Russia. Is that right? You said we have 1,573.
Perhaps, yeah.
They
These
have
are-
570, which is like if we go to war, we got 3 extra tries after them.
You don't need that many tries.
I know it's insanity. China has 320 according to this. Pakistan 160. India has 150. Britain has 120 ready to go, and 95 in dismantled or not militarily way to go, but they have them in storage, what they call it. North Korea has 30 to 40, and we don't really know what stages they're in. Israel has 90. I don't know why they need 90. I mean, that's a lot of nukes.
It seems like each country would just need like 2 or 3.
You'd think.
Yeah.
I mean, they just went overboard, They just, it's like ordering. Like, I went to Pete Terry's. You been to Pete Terry's?
Not yet.
It was the air conditioning was so hot and sticky. I just stay in there and wind up eating 10 burgers, a large Coke, a chocolate shake, and just hang out. Don't go out. Just stay in Pete Terry's.
What does that have to do with the nuclear weapons?
How many did Israel have?
Israel
90.
is 90.
They must have got a good deal on this.
And France has 290. United States has
1,573.
altogether in the whole world, it's about 13,500 nukes in the world. 90% of those are owned by USA and Russia. 9,500 nukes are ready to go, and the rest are awaiting dismantlement.
So there's the theory that if one country had nuclear weapons, it would be bad because they could then rule the world. But the fact that other countries have them, it keeps everyone
In check.
Oh
yeah.
and not able to use them.
After what happened to Iraq, if you owned a country, you'd want to have a nuke. You know, if Iraq had nukes, that invasion probably wouldn't have taken place. What do you think,
I mean,
Mitch?
they sent me over there, so I'm glad they didn't.
What years were you there?
I was there in 2003.
Wow. What
Yeah.
part of the country?
I was at a place called Jaliba, and then I went into Baghdad while I was there in Nasiriyah on some little
That was
day trips.
pretty scary when it started to turn. You know, first they loved us, and then we were friends, and then all of a sudden it just.
I tell you what, I was stationed in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and it was a relief to get sent to Iraq. It was the best part of being in Jacksonville.
That's a rough
That place,
area, huh?
it
wasn't it?
fucking sucked. It was so bad. But yeah, we went over there, and we were told that they had all this stuff, these weapons of mass destruction and chemical weapons, and then they didn't. So I felt kind of bad about it, but whatever. I got tax-free pay while I was there, so that was kind of tight.
What about you, Lucas? You pro military?
Of course. Yeah. I mean, look at me. I have to be. I'm very pro. Here's my question, though, because it seems like, it's intimidating to have a bunch of weapons, but now it's like countries are fighting each other with cybersecurity.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Big time.
Yeah, the war has definitely changed, huh?
Right.
Like, it's not about bullets anymore.
They're taking like our gasoline from us.
And it's also like getting in your head too, like telling people like who to vote for with memes. Like that's how that's how countries are being fought now, is through dumb jokes on the internet.
How much Dogecoin does Russia have?
It's here someplace. I know I wrote that down. That was one of the things I was doing last night.
Were you investing in Dogecoin?
I'm not a drug dealer. I don't need cryptocurrency. I don't need to laundry do wash a lot of money. Strange. This is the last segment of this segment. Strange things about the USA. We'll get rid of this. In Colma, California, Colma. That's a little town right near SFO, San Francisco International Airport. California, the dead outnumber the living by 1,000 to 1. Huge cemetery. Huge. If you ever seen it, you've seen it on the way from San Francisco to SFO.
You can see it like from the sky?
From the roadway.
Oh, okay.
Only 1/3 of all $100 bills are inside the United States. Whatever 1/3 is. What do you think 1/3 is? Anybody? Any brilliant?
$33 of a $100 bill. That's 33. So
33.
Some coins, yeah.
That's a lot. Well, it's not a half, but it's good. People love the dollars. Only 1/3 of all $100 bills are inside the U.S.
what? I mean, so what about the rest of the dollar bills? Why?
$100 bills, yeah.
Why specifically the $100 bills? I wonder.
Because those are the only ones the money changers will accept when you go over there as a tourist.
Oh, okay.
They want nice, clean, new $100 bills, and then
Benjamin Franklin's.
Yeah.
So you can't take dollar bills, you can't take 5s, 10s.
No, you can take whatever you want, but normally, if you're going to go to a money exchange, you want to get at least 100.
Also, like you could take up to $10,000 on a flight without like having to claim it, right? So if you're going to take $9,000, you're going to take 9,000 $1 bills or just 90 $100 bills,
Right.
I mean,
Isn't there like a $100,000 bill out there? There's a couple rare bills out there.
I would never know.
Okay. Yeah.
You know anything about that?
I think Lucas is right. I think that there's like some 500s. I think there's a few thousands, and it might go up to 100,000.
I would love to know which president is on the.
I don't think there's a $100,000.
I think there is.
I think
check
there
it.
might be, yeah.
I think there's I don't know if there's a $500 bill, but
There are some. I don't think they make them anymore.
Are your parents downstairs waiting for you?
Yeah.
Are they going to come and pick you up? Did they leave and get something to eat? Are they
Oh,
gonna
Woodrow Wilson's on it.
Man,
Wow.
I gotta get one. That's how I want to get paid.
Wow.
When I get that first big check and that like it's over $100,000, I'm like, give me one of those $100,000 bills. That's what I want. That would be tight, dude.
I'd be afraid of losing it. Or putting it in the wash. Maybe it was in the jeans. You forgot to take it out of the jeans.
Yeah.
Lucas.
Yeah.
You know how Jim Carrey like wrote himself a check for $1 million? I do a vision board. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to print up one of these and I'm going to put it on my vision board cuz that's what I'm working towards now. I'm going to get that $100,000 bill.
If you don't know what a vision board is out there, it's a goal apparatus.
Yeah, it's like how you manifest
Well, I don't know
stuff.
if everybody who's listening knows what a vision
It's
board is.
mainly like chicks do it.
Those
like
are the things at the eye doctor.
no, you are a smart ass. EKP, a house.
You're not afraid he's going to kick your ass?
No, there's cameras everywhere.
No.
But-
Everybody's safe here.
But yeah, it's like something that millennial women, I think, started. Where they were like, "Ooh, I want a puppy" and shit like that, and they would put pictures of it up. So like you just like, okay, what do I want? I want a house. I want to be on America's Got Talent. I want this. I want this, and I put that stuff on my board. And I got America's Got Talent. I got a nice
That was
place
on your board?
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of like it's crazy, but it works, and I don't think there's anything mystical to it. I think you're looking at the shit that you want every day, and you're reminding yourself, and you just keep working towards that. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks
This is
like.
Mitch's vision board he posted on his Facebook.
Yeah,
It's kind of like The Secret that first came out, and then that was the same idea.
yeah, exactly. It's all about manifestations.
Right.
You keep saying things to yourself.
Put it in the hard drive.
That's it.
My vision board just has pussy and gold bars on it.
Really?
Yeah. What's on yours, Ryan?
That's confidential.
Now, just so you know, the way the vision board worked, if you didn't really dictate what that pussy was for, you might actually end up getting a vagina.
Oh yeah. Well,
Rather than just getting a lot of pussy.
Well, that would be the peak amount of pussy you could get, I think, if you got one yourself.
At any given time, there are 5,000 planes in the air over the United States, or maybe it's the world. I don't know. Could be the United States. I don't have the location, but
Yeah.
You want another little bit of trivia?
yes, sure.
The 737, the Boeing 737, at any time, there are more Boeing 737s in flight than all other airplanes combined.
Yeah, very popular.
Yes, it is.
The workhorse of the aviation industry.
I used to work at Boeing. That's why I know that stupid thing. A little bit of information.
Did your parents ever put you on the plane and tell the flight attendant to just watch you until you get to your next destination?
Every time I go on a plane, they ask me if I want to go see the cockpit.
How old are you?
24.
If you were like 37.
Wow, look, there's the 5,000 planes.
They're all going to hit each other.
Yeah, I don't get how they don't. That amazes me every day that planes don't crash into each other.
That Billy Bob Thornton movie, Pushing 10, it like shows a very great representation of the air traffic controllers. It's the most stressful job in the world.
This is a good example. People should understand this. This is an example of your government at work. Every day, 5,000 planes, and most accidents are human error, by the way. They can do this. So everybody's just, the government, every government's got its Achilles heel. But enough of this, everybody, a lot of people in America, they think everybody's out to get them. They think there's some kind of conspiracy.
Like,
they
hey.
think something's going on, Oh, just live your life. You're in America. You're in a fucking America. The safest place in the whole fucking world.
That's right.
Chill out.
Yeah, look, black people, we get it. The cops are killing you, but look at all these planes flying.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's good government right there. The government is responsible for all those safe flights. That's not a fucking...
That does look insane. That is crazy.
Yeah. Nobody look at.
I think you might be right. I think it's 5,000 over America, and then the world. Like look at Look
Yeah,
at Hawaii.
Wow.
Hawaii is covered by airplanes.
Oh, this is live time?
Oh, this is live, and you can
Wow.
you can click on a plane to find out exactly what it is. See, like you click on one of these, and then it's.
Oh, I'd like you, so you could see a loved one's flight as they're coming to visit.
Yeah, you can see that, and a good thing is like if you hear like a helicopter over your head, and you're like, "What the fuck is that?" You can click to see if it's like a police helicopter.
What's the, how do you
It's
reach
flightradar24.com.
Does it tell you what the airplane is?
Yeah.
So we can go through and count how many are Boeing 737s and how many are not, and we can see if that trivia was right.
Yeah, like this one right here is, it's going from Minneapolis to Honolulu. Here's a scheduled date.
Does it show private
Flight?
jets?
Yeah, it shows private jets also.
Oh, it's Boeing 767. Okay.
Wow. Flight,
Boeing 737. The second one we clicked on. Look at that.
Flight Radar
What was the first
24.
one?
Yep.
Flight Radar 24 .com. If you're at home and you'd like to see this in action in your privacy of your own residence.
What are the blue ones?
Grandma's on that flight. That's Grandma's plane. That's Grandma's plane,
Whose phone is it?
Whose phone is it?
I don't know. I put mine on. Is that yours?
It's like on.
Do you have a
the-
puppy at home?
No.
No. Okay.
I think that's Brian Holtzman's.
No, it could make a little buzzing, but I turned the ringer off. This is great. Thank you, Brian.
So
What a cool.
Air Force One doesn't show up on this ever, though, right?
I think everything does, but
No, I bet.
I bet Air Force One's probably classified or something.
Or it's got like a different name or something.
That represents a lot of stuck-up, pissed-off flight attendants. Huh?
Well, you should be able to just Google that. Is Air Force One tracked on Flight Radar 24?
Wow.
I mean, it definitely has to be in contact with air traffic control so that it doesn't get hit by another airplane.
Wow. I may have to shut this off if I'm going to be continually bothered by that. I don't want it to come up.
Is there an Air Force 2?
There's Marine One, which is the helicopter, Air Force One, and then I think Air Force Two might be the vice president's plane.
Is there a boat one?
Is there a boat one? I believe it would be referred to as a ship, but I
right.
doubt
know,
it.
Lucas. I don't know if there's a boat one.
Hey, he's an inquisitive young mind. Wait, are you non-binary?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because I keep saying he, and then I think someone had told me before that you're
Oh, you're good.
gender neutral.
Yeah, you're good. It doesn't
I'm just
bother me.
trying to be respectable.
What are your pronouns?
Oh, I'm a he dude.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm a he dude.
Whatever gets me a Happy Meal.
Right.
Jimmy Luck. Jimmy, JIMMIELUECKE. He's a Texas farmer, and he has the biggest signature in human history. You can see it from space.
Wow.
Let's see if we can see it. Yep. This guy must have a lot of dinero.
Okay, most people's signatures are in cursive. That's clearly block print.
There he is, Jimmy Luck.
Did he cut that out or did he grow it?
He's done something. He's done
Oh my
something.
God. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like he did like a tree farm to spell his name. That is insane.
Wow.
That's a guy with a pretty big size ego, huh?
I'd like to know what kind of
What do you think?
Yeah, very big ego. Yeah.
what impact did that have on the environment around it though? Because that's definitely messing with the ecological system.
Well, it could be a carbon footprint gone array. There's no doubt about it.
Someone's challenging him though, Hamad.
Oh, that must be one of the top 5, Hamad.
Don't they blame aliens for that crap, though? Usually?
Yeah, the aliens were just a big fan of this guy.
The aliens don't use that block font. They have it. They use
Come on, fucking Egyptian shit.
Oh,
Hieroglyphic.
Yeah, hieroglyphics.
the bourbon barrels in Kentucky outnumber the state's population by more than 2 million.
Wow.
And that's just the legal ones, right? There's got to be.
Are we talking about the barrels or the immigrants?
And Monowi, Nebraska, Monowi, population of 1. This is an 83-year-old woman who's the only resident. She's the city mayor, the librarian, and the bartender.
Wow. Where's this at?
It's easy when you get 100% of the vote.
Yeah.
Monowi, Nebraska.
Wow.
She's a bartender, and who does she serve?
Why is everyone looking at the TV?
Because we were expecting you to
Yeah, I
pull
want
it
to see
up.
this 9-year-old woman.
Monowi.
And
Yeah, I thought you was going to... We want to see this old lady.
This poor woman has no family.
No friends.
Yeah.
But she's the most powerful person in town. You know, with when you become powerful, you become lonely as well, you know?
she is.
That's her, huh?
Oh, wow.
She is.
She looks great.
She looks like a squirter.
That's
She looks like a
so-
librarian.
She looks like she hasn't had fluid come out of her in years.
Have you ever seen an 84-year-old woman? That's what they look like. She looks great.
So when she dies, what happens to the town?
I don't know.
It's time to move. You got to go and take over.
How many nukes does her town have?
Idaho's rivers can stretch across the U.S. 40 times. That's how many rivers there are in Idaho.
I heard everybody's moving there, too. Have you heard that? The Idaho and Texas are like two of the fastest growing places.
Oh, really?
And people in Idaho, of course, hate it.
Right. Idaho is very cool. It's very underrated, I think. It's very naturey, very pretty there.
There's a highway in Lancaster, California that will play the William Tell Overture because of well-placed grooves in the road.
I lived in Lancaster. They put that in there after I left, but I lived in Lancaster for a while, and that is cool. It's like, you know, the rumble strips on the side of the road. Mm-hmm. They just, I think they've actually paved over it because people were complaining.
Yeah, it didn't work as they thought it was.
Because if you went like a certain speed, it would play that noise, but like that was the speed limit, and no one's going the speed limit in Lancaster. It's a desert. So it's just a very annoying rumbling sound the whole time you're driving.
Oh, it has to
driving
at
through.
a certain speed limit, then
Yeah.
you'll hear it correctly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just a white noise. Yeah. Welcome to Gingling.
Bilerne kører stærkt, når de kører ind i Gylling. Og
Oh, this
så
is-
også, når
this
de
is
kører
great.
ud igen. Og der får man så, når man
Someone
skal
gonna
tage
translate for us?
I do know
ud af
German.
landevejen,
Oh, do you
man
really?
laver
Yeah, a
en
little bit.
asfaltofon.
So, you want to do some items of interest?
That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
You guys chime in anytime on these items of
Okay.
interest.
Okay.
You don't need to raise your hand. You just talk.
Okay.
Here's the musical road by the way.
California at 55 miles an hour. That's the speed limit. I've done it slower, like at 35, and it doesn't work as well, but I think it sounds better at 55 miles an hour. So I'm going to set my cruise control for 55.
I know a lot of useless shit.
Hopefully the engine noise will be quiet by the time I get to it. All right, we're at about 55. So let's see how this sounds. We're about a tenth of a mile from it. Here it is.
See-
It's about 55 miles an hour, maybe 57. The
Take a
musical
shot
road
every time
in
this guy says
Lancaster,
55 miles
California.
per hour.
How the fuck is it doing that?
So you've driven on the
Yeah.
roads where they
Just
have
like wavelengths and stuff?
they paid some engineer
Yeah.
too much money to figure out how it would work. Also, like the wheelbase in your vehicles is going to make it like different too. So
Yeah, it's pretty shitty. I think they figured out quickly that it only works if you have a certain kind of tires, certain speed. So they got rid of it in most cities.
yeah.
Have you seen that OK Go video
Yeah.
where they do music with their car?
Well, every OK Go video is how bad like how insecure are you about your music as a band that you decide every video has to be like a gimmick to get people to listen to your music.
Oh, they're so creative, though.
I mean, the treadmill one was the first big one, right? That was the one that like set them off. But then they have so many different ridiculous things.
Do you want the videos to be worse?
I want it like an MTV Unplugged. Just sit there, sing to me, and show me.
Okay.
Yeah,
You know, the music videos that we like. Yeah.
yeah, you know, or like Dylan, where he was just like doing the signs as he was the cue cards or whatever.
They're playing to a younger. Yeah.
I mean, those are cool.
The University of Wisconsin's new guidelines for campus speech affirm students' right to be free from any official speech code, but also from hearing any insulting and demeaning comments, said Laura Belts, not Laura Bites, of the Foundation for Individual Rights in Education, said while colleges often contradict themselves on free speech, it is rare for a school to make this contradiction in a single sentence. They don't know whether they're coming or going. They don't know whether they're coming or going. Nobody knows where they're coming or going because nobody just wants to be. No one just wants to be. Just be. Stop thinking everything is skewed. Stop thinking everything is a conspiracy. Just be happy and live.
Yep.
Don't be worried about other people and what they're saying.
What is the school's policy? What did it say?
That's what I like about Austin, Texas. The audiences, they're happy. They love their lives. They love their jobs, their relationships, the way they live. They come into the comedy club, and they don't give a shit what you say because it's not going to affect somebody who's got their shit together when they come in the door.
Yeah, no one has gotten in trouble in Austin, Texas for saying anything on stage.
No one. No one that I can remember.
Nope. It is a bastion of free speech out here.
Yeah. UK finance firm estimated that the nation's hospitality sector can recoup its pandemic losses if every citizen of legal drinking age performs a basic duty of every British adult and consume 124 pints of beer this summer.
Let's do it. I'll move over there and help them. I did that shit last night. Let's go. Come on.
Newark, New Jersey, which was named one of the top 10 barbecue cities in the U.S. by an Australian food blog.
What the?
All right.
First, like, what the fuck does Australia know about American barbecue?
Jersey.
That
barbecue.
did not include any city in Georgia, Mississippi, or Texas.
It's insane.
Where are all the strippers? You know, imagine going to a strip club and not seeing any strippers. That's what this is about, right? All you see is the bartender and the guy who takes your ticket. And yeah,
Where's he reviewing this place? It's like the Newark airport.
God,
Did he even like go outside?
And I'm sure the barbecue is fine, but similar to the stripper thing, that's like telling me the best strip club is one in a town where they can't serve alcohol. Like, the best strip clubs aren't in Los Angeles, even though the hottest women are in Los Angeles, because you can't drink alcohol there. So you can't tell me that's where the best strip club is going to be in some podunk town in Georgia, where it's fuck go all out.
I don't know. I went out here to this Red Rose one time. I just needed directions, and that was the only place that was open. That's why I went in.
Yeah.
But every girl was just. I mean, I've been to strip clubs in L.A. where some of the dances were questionable, right? But not here. Here, they're all 10s.
Really?
Oh, yes.
And that was the Red Rose.
Yellow Rose and Red Rose are the best.
Okay.
I thought it was hilarious because you had posted on your story asking people for money for your broken car, and then like 2 hours later you were posting videos of yourself at the strip club.
Man, don't be calling him out on this shit.
You know, every time you begin to say something, Lucas, if that's your real name, I get very rigid. Can you tell?
Yeah.
With reports of increasing neutron levels in radioactive waste at the abandoned Chernobyl nuclear plant in Ukraine, Ukraine's Institute for Safety Problems of Nuclear Power Plants warned we can't rule out the possibility of another accident.
Now, I have heard of Chernobyl, but I haven't heard of this Chernobyl plant that you've been talking about.
Went to a rebranding after.
It's got the little Cupid cherubs.
They're back to normal now, though. Like, right? People in Chernobyl.
I think you can.
No, that whole thing has been evacuated. It's all.
You still can't go near it.
Oh yeah. for
I saw a
thousands
video
and
of a
thousands
guy
of
like
years.
going inside of it. He had
With
to
a
wear
Geiger counter, like
Yeah.
It's like some explorers, some YouTube explorers. They just kind of
Yeah.
like snuck in.
You see that on the Disney Channel? Did you?
Yeah.
The Colonial Pipeline returned to normal operation this week after that big ransom virus. So everybody knows about that.
How did they do that? I don't understand how you hack a gasoline. Like
They paid him in Bitcoin. I
Ask
know
Brian.
that.
Ask Brian. He knows all that. This is his wheelhouse. You know, they
He
get.
drives a Tesla. He don't know nothing about a gas shortage.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Listen to this one. This is some Canadian. The mother and girlfriend of a Canadian billionaire, Eugene Milkeny, Melnyk, are suing a yacht charter company for $10 million, claiming that the ship's captain intentionally subject them to misery on the high seas. The owner of the Ottawa Senators hockey team chartered the $425,000 a week My Dream to cruise around the Bahamas last December. Once on board, he suggested that the captain take a scenic route close to the shore. The lawsuit claims the ill-tempered captain, that means because the captain was kind of like,
Ill-tempered.
yeah, kind of like a meanie, you know, like a meanie, you know. A big ego, you know. He wanted to be mean to people. So ill-tempered captain who was so insulted that having to change his course, questioned that the yacht was too rough open, causing vomiting and panic attacks among the passengers. The lawyer for the yacht company said the captain wasn't responsible for the nasty weather and that boats, unfortunately, are unstable platforms floating in an unstable medium. So that was pretty interesting, huh?
So they're suing him for seasickness, it sounds like?
Rich people can sue for anything. It doesn't matter.
It sounds like they asked him to like take a different route so they could see some shit, and then they got caught in rough waters, and they think the captain of the ship did it on purpose. Like, that's
He's ill-tempered.
I mean, in the Marine Corps, I went on naval ships a lot, and it gets rough out there. You can't blame that. Like the ocean is very
I saw Forrest
unforgiving.
Gump, yeah.
Yeah, it's rough, man. So this is what rich people, they think they can control everything, including the weather. They're insane.
When I was in Manhattan Beach, there were residents who would call the mayor or the police department and complain about the crows. You know how the crows can make more noise in the morning?
That does sound like it might have been code for a different race of person.
The Jim Crows.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Zach Bogus, you want to just come in and say hello? That Zach Bogus is here. Unfortunately,
Hey guys.
He's the transporter. He transported
He's like Jason Statham.
Mitch here today.
It was a very exciting
and
ride.
we've got some great new questions from Janice, which is going to be great. Thank you, Janice. And so yeah, he's suing him. So that was that story. I thought that'd be interesting. In the Galapagos Islands in Ecuador, the famous pillars of evolution fell down. You can look at this yourself. I'm not going to go involved with this. I want to talk to these guests a little more. And it was a big arch that was famous over there, and it fell down. So if you're interested, just Google whatever you want to Google.
They just found a turtle that they thought the species was extinct for like 100 years that
Right.
they found on the Galapagos Islands as well. So that's a lot of exciting stuff happening there in the Galapagos Islands.
I want to go there someday, but it's terribly expensive.
Well,
you got to go to Ecuador first, and you got to take a tour, and then you just can't go there by yourself.
The success of this podcast is going to lead to you being able to do that. It's very exciting.
We can only hope, but I'm not. We can only. That's great. Thank you for saying that.
I want to go and see that arch that's standing up there.
I will say that every time they're like a tortoise has been found or what, they all look the same. Like the turtle, there's not a lot of difference in these species.
Yeah, you can't tell the difference between like a 10-year-old and a
100-year-old
20-year-old turtle.
How boring of a life moving that slow for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
China has successfully landed a rover on Mars, a feat that only the U.S. had previously accomplished.
Wow.
So they're doing good. This whatever was on Mars, it's not like the movie Avatar where you go up there and you see all sorts of things and life and water. And it's whatever was up there, we missed the boat by, I don't know, thousands and thousands of years. It's like...
We're going up to look at dust for the most part. But
And the biggest mountain, biggest volcanoes on Mars
Really?
ever.
I mean,
Olympus,
we don't know what's
Mons or
on
something like that.
Pluto.
You got sworn in, you know that, right?
Yeah. Hey, I'm telling the truth.
Okay.
Did you know our Mars rover? We're finding water on Mars. It's like the condensation is building up on the rover, so there's water on Mars.
That's good.
Really?
Yeah, we're gonna
Dew? Are you talking about dew? Are you saying there's dew on Mars?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate dew. Oh, man, do I hate dew.
The morning dew. You don't like it when you walk out. It's on
you're
your
from the back in. Everything's wet. Everything's wet. If you have a hole in your bicycle seat, remember it would always be wet because the sponge underneath the seat covering was wet. Everything is wet. I hate it. That's why I love Southeast Asia. No dew. Yeah. No dew.
I bet Mitch likes The Lion King.
The deck is dew. The car is full of dew. Everything is dew. The porch, the chairs, the seats, the motorcycle. Everything is wet.
Why is there no dew in Southeast Asia? Is that like
Just the
barometric
climate.
pressure?
I don't know what you're talking. It's like a tropical region.
Yeah.
It's like Thailand is extremely humid and moist.
No, they don't have dew. You don't wake up in the morning in Thailand and see the car all fogged over and wet.
Redban,
Nothing's wet unless it rains. Rain is okay. I don't have the problem with rain. I like rain. But dew, it's the stupidest thing in the world. I hate it.
Redban, get that off the screen. He's gonna go ballistic.
You guys know what I'm talking about, dew. You've seen dew when you wake up in the morning and everything. The grass is wet. Everything is wet. But there's not a cloud in the sky.
But you can write like your name in a window with dew.
Yeah, wash me.
This is the silliest thing I've seen anyone get triggered by.
The
no.
Lion King.
I
You
just-
should hear him talk about The Lion King.
I just remember growing up on the bicycle seat. If the seat was ripped in any way or there was a hole in the seat, it would always be wet because it was wet. Once it's wet and the sponge under, and that was dew.
How about this? So they had like the mulching lawnmowers, you cut the grass, and then the next morning all that dew mixed with all the grass clippings gets all over your shoes when you walk through the yard.
Same thing.
Dew is fine on its own, but when you mix it with the grass clippings,
And the cars and
now
everything.
everything's trashed.
God, I hate dew.
I get it. I'm with you now. Fuck dew.
Bodies, bloated corpses of hundreds of COVID victims are washing up on the shores of Indians' Ganges River. The Ganges River.
They're throwing them in the river?
Well, some of them can't afford to have them actually cremated. That costs, yeah, I'll go on. Hindus traditionally cremate their dead, but poor people who can't afford that option have long placed their dead in shallow riverbank graves or floated the bodies in the river. Now, with as many people dying of COVID, the price of a cremation with burial rights has tripled to more than $200 U.S., causing more families to opt for river burials.
I want a Viking burial where they put you on the raft and push it out, and then you got to get an archer.
Oh, yeah.
Just shoot the arrow and set your corpse. My fear would be like the archer would miss though, and then my body would just go floating down, and I'd get picked because they did it so that the buzzards wouldn't pick at your body.
Right.
So like that's I want to get burnt on a floating raft. I think that's a noble.
I want
burial.
an above the ground mausoleum, like a little shed,
and like they could see your body.
and I don't want them closing the. No, I just don't. I don't really want to be cremated, and I don't want to be
You could turn
covered
yourself
with-
into a scarecrow.
covered to dirt.
Just have the fucking birds pecking at him.
Sometimes sometimes the meetings, don't produce the best results. Jennifer Lopez is open to rekindling a relationship with Ben Affleck. Yeah,
Oh.
I guess A-Rod got sick of her real quick.
She's got quite the butt.
And,
Wasn't Ben Affleck? He like had something. He was like hitting on some girl on one of those dating apps.
I think we were talking about him last week. He's living large.
Yeah.
He's living large.
That's when she was like in her 50s in one of these pictures. Whoa. This scene seems unnecessary. When she said, "Okay, Jennifer, we're gonna have you take off your trench coat, wearing nothing but your underwear."
Oh yeah,
No,
look, I
she's
can
young.
see her now. No, she's. Oh, there he is. There's my man. There's my man. That's the transporter.
He hates do also.
Look,
That actually
she looks
doesn't-
old there.
That doesn't look like her.
That doesn't look like her at all, but it is.
It is. What movie was this from?
I don't know.
Transporter 6.
Look at that butt.
I mean, it is impressive to maintain your physical condition into your 50s like that. But that's dancing. She's a dancer, so that's the kind of exercise you got to do.
Ellen DeGeneres denied that she is ending her long-running talk show next year because of persistent reports of her show as a toxic workplace. She's denied it. She said she's too busy. How can I take care of 250 people? Well, and you're the boss, and you should know what's going on.
Have you ever had any interactions with Ellen?
No.
I know you were a staple in Hollywood for decades. So
No, I never saw her.
No, never. I've heard stories about her. I mean, she had a right wing comedian as one of her head writers for a long time. So I mean, if she's going to hire somebody like that, who knows what she's capable of?
John Linden, now leads a very quiet life after his wife's caregiving said so and so and so and so. He was known as Johnny Rotten, the former man of the British punk band the Sex Pistols. He's a caregiver now.
Wow. It's weird seeing those punk rockers age. Like, even my generation, seeing Green Day get older.
Yeah, and they still have the same hair,
Yeah.
which is weird.
Yeah. Like, it's that generation of music that you're expected to die young, and when you don't...
It's
like Johnny
embarrassing.
Yeah. Like, if Sid Vicious was still alive...
Is he? He's the one that killed his girlfriend, right?
I think so.
Sid and Nancy. But he was with the Sex Pistols.
They
as
always
well,
blame
right?
the boyfriend or the husband. It's
Well,
terrible.
I mean, when they're still alive and the other one is dead, that's usually
they always blame. I didn't kill anyone.
Who do you think aged gracefully though? Like who do you think you look at and you're like,
Billy Joe Armstrong has, honestly.
yeah, but like even he like had that mental breakdown on stage when they were giving him the light, and he was like, "I'm not fucking Justin Bieber. You're not gonna give me the light." And it's like, dude, Justin Bieber's bigger than you now. Like I just like who, like the I'm thinking like the Ramones, right? Like they kind of didn't lose.
Are they still... I think they're all dead, though, right?
Yeah,
Two small planes collided in midair above Denver, leaving one nearly ripped in half, but somehow nobody was hurt. Can you believe this? Both were preparing to land at a small airport when they crashed. One pilot successfully landed his severely damaged plane while the other deployed a parachute that brought the plane to rest in a nearby field. Every one of these pilots needs to go buy a lottery ticket right now, said so-and-so and so-and-so, county sheriffs, Sergeant Bewildered Deputy. I don't remember anything like this in my whole life. Well, you only had one life, and you can't remember everything. A college baseball picture. Well, listen to this. This is one you can tell your parents on the way home in the car. A college baseball pitcher from South Coast. Laugh out loud. It would help the show if you laughed out loud. You're laughing to yourself. That's not going to help the show.
I don't want to laugh over the talking.
I wasn't sure if I was supposed
Oh no!
to laugh
I'm going to
into
get
the
rigid.
microphone.
I'm going to get rigid now. Go ahead. What are you going to say?
I wasn't sure if I was supposed to laugh in the microphone or if it was like coughing like that. If I was supposed to turn away.
A college baseball pitcher from South Dakota has one of those prosthetic arms stolen from his pickup truck, but got it back after it was found at a local recycling plant. Parker Hansen took to social media to complain about the theft, and his story was widely shared. So when the arm appeared on the conveyor line, plant worker Tim Kachel recognized it instantly. He said, "I was jumping up and down and screaming, 'Stop! Stop! Stop! I see the arm. I see the missing arm that I saw on social media. Oh, my life has never been the great. I love my life. The arm was too damaged to use, but a Minnesota hospital is donating a replacement. You never know what you're going to see coming through the line. Sure.
That sounds like a prank that like a competing team was doing. They stole his arm, and then it just got too much heat, and they were like, "Fucking ditch it in the
risky business,
conveyor."
huh? Risky business.
Yeah.
Dude, I got a brother with half an arm, and he's black. And when he was a baby, my dad, he's adopted. He's a twin, and my dad bought him a white arm for the
You were sworn in.
I know this is completely true.
Wait, a prosthetic arm or like?
Right. Well, it was
fake?
cosmetic, so it had no you couldn't use it, but just to look like.
Did he murder it out?
What's that?
Did he murder it out?
Did he choke someone with the arm?
No. Did he spray paint it?
Yeah, I mean that's a car term.
Yeah.
For like
This is an item of interest. Explain the whole thing, how this gentleman became part of the family.
Yeah, well, they were adopted when they were babies. I was 18 when my dad and stepmom adopted them. My dad has 11 kids.
Wow.
So they wanted two
God,
more.
he loves kids, huh?
No, they're Catholic. God. That's why I chose the Yellow Pages. And yeah, they, when he was a baby, they gave it to him. He didn't like it, and he just grew to use his stuff, is what he calls it. And he's really good with it. He plays video games.
Wow.
Smart kid.
What's his name?
Tyler.
Shout out to Tyler. Way to go.
Have you all seen where somebody like loses a foot or a leg, and then they like attach the foot to their knee so that they can still have some like?
I saw it yesterday. At Target.
You mean like a real foot?
Their own foot. They put it on their knee, and then they
There were two
like
of them.
and then they put a prosthetic on that foot so that they use it as a knee.
Oh, the foot is okay.
So the foot is facing backwards.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it.
Interesting.
I see it every
It's
day.
modern medicine, contemporary medicine.
A wealthy North Carolina man and his Tesla impounded. Here's for Brian. A wealthy Northern California man had his Tesla impounded after police found him riding in the back seat.
He's an idiot.
On the highway with the autopilot engaged. So he went out and bought a new Tesla. Driver Fram, P-A-R-A-M, this sounds like an Indian name, S-H-A-R-M-A, insisted that the illegal practice isn't dangerous, even though
He's such an idiot.
Like you have to be able to like take over or something.
Right. Wow. Yeah, you have to be able to take over. Also, you can't just do that. Like when you get a Tesla, you have to like have your hand on the wheel, and like every 15 seconds you have to like touch the wheel. Wow. So he has it like hacked so he can do that. Like something on the steering wheel to make it seem like his hand's there.
Is yours full self-driving?
Yeah, but you still have to pay attention. Like a good example is like if you're on the highway and there's construction. And like you'll see like the lanes
cones?
Like go over to the left, even though you're supposed to go straight or something. Like that could fuck you up. So
can you set your Tesla to speed automatically? Like if you wanted to drive it automatically, but go 100 down the highway.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
autopilot. That's what that's called. Yeah.
You could also have it so like if it's raining and you're at Target. And you want your car to come get you at the front,
Really?
it will go backwards and like come get.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that guy somebody needs to sit him down and talk to him. That is kind of suspect.
But also, why? Like it's not comfortable enough to just sit in the.
Well, I'll tell you why. It's right
Okay.
here. He's going to go on. He's going to tell us why. He says he insisted that the illegal practice isn't dangerous, even though Tesla advises against it, and at least 3 people have been killed in autopiloted Teslas. He says he's vowed to continue sitting in the back seat of his new car. I'm rich as F, he said. Like, if you take my Tesla away, I will get another Tesla. So that's why, Mitch. He's rich as you know what.
I can't wait.
And he said he can do whatever he wants.
He's an idiot because one thing is that they're going to do is Tesla will, you could buy a new Tesla, but Tesla can turn it off at their headquarters, like once they find out that's his Tesla, so he can't autopilot.
Yeah, because Tesla doesn't want this.
No, they hate this.
This is bad for the company.
Americans will eat 224 pounds of red meat and poultry per person this year, including 58 pounds of beef, according to the USDA projections. Plant-based meat substitutes currently account for less than 3% of the nation's packaged meat sales, and only about 5% of Americans identify as vegetarians.
You said 5%?
5%.
Wow.
How
That's a lot lower than I thought.
How much of that meat is in Texas? Probably most of it, right?
The biggest meat packing place in the country is in Greenlee.
West Hollywood.
Greenlee, Colorado, I think. Greenlee. Did you get that? Can't get it all, can you?
No.
Greenlee, Colorado, I think, is the biggest cow farm there is in the country.
Huh.
And you can smell it from miles away. San Francisco may be approaching herd immunity after 75% of eligible adults have gotten at least one vaccination shot. I got mine yesterday. Was supposed to get it today, but I couldn't get it today because I'm doing this today. So I went and told them I had to go home. Family emergency. I got to get on a plane. Can I have it today? Yesterday. And they said yes. Walgreens was beautiful. Friendly.
What kind did you get?
I got the Cadillac of vaccinations. The
Pfizer?
Pfizer. Yeah.
I got Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah, I'm going to go Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah.
Is Johnson & Johnson the Cadillac one?
Yeah.
Well, see, so the Johnson & Johnson is an actual...
That's the Kia.
It's an it's an actual vaccine, where the other ones are the mRNA, which I don't know what the difference is, to be honest with you.
The one shot is the worst one, right?
No, but it's the traditional vaccine,
Right.
where the other ones are the experimental things that the people are like worried about.
Right.
I don't have any
Did you
dog
get
in that
vaccinated?
fight. Yeah, I got the Johnson & Johnson, but only because it was the one that was available. I don't really care. I mean, I trust the scientists. I'm not.
Yeah. Who might have challenged the scientists? How about you? Did you get
I got
anything?
Moderna.
Dynamite.
I wanted Moderna.
Oh, that's the Bill Gates chip one.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
the mRNA one.
You having trouble sleeping at night?
I got really sick the second shot, yeah, and I don't get sick.
How about you? Did you get the vaccine?
Yeah, Moderna. Yeah, the second one fucked me up for a day. But it wasn't that bad.
Were you non-binary before or after the vaccine?
So if I don't feel anything right now, I'm probably not going to have any symptoms then.
Yeah, you're good, Brian.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you
Lucky
see
me?
Are you O positive? Is that your blood type?
Yeah. How did you know?
So blood type also affects how you react. If I'm O
Really?
positive as well, I didn't have a strong reaction. So is Lee, my fiance. If you're like AB, you're like just being a pussy is in your blood, and it's gonna fuck you up.
Wow. Yeah, I'm O positive.
What's your blood type?
From my dog
O positive.
tags.
And you got sick?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I'm a pussy.
Yeah.
But did you also see some states are doing vaccine lotteries now, and I think California's going to.
A woman won $1 million because she
Yeah.
got a vaccine.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Like Ohio's doing it
To
just
encourage
to get
people to get vaccinated.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, people in this country are overly paranoid, and I don't think they need to be.
You can get a free donut at Krispy Kreme if you show your vaccine card.
Why you think I got vaccinated?
Especially,
Got vaccinated 42 times.
especially on Memorial Day weekend. America, just everybody's not trying to get you. Just
It's the easiest country to live in, especially for white people. Like, I get other people have complaints. If a black person's like, I don't trust vaccines, I get it.
I respect it wholeheartedly.
They were like testing syphilis and stuff on them in
Blankets
in
and-
Tuskegee.
yeah.
But like for the most part, like this is kind of the safest country in the world when it comes to stuff like this. Bill Gates is not trying to track your every move.
They're
Unless
already
you're under
doing
14.
And the black people who are against it for whatever their personal reasons, they just keep it to themselves. They don't get on a high horse and cause a lot of noise. They just keep it to themselves.
Yeah,
Where
it's
people
not. It's the
have to
conspiracy theory. Alex Jones.
Yeah, he's just making money on stirring the pot.
That's it.
And bamboozling these poor people.
And the thing is, like, if you have like, this is why the internet sucks. If you're one of these people that thinks that there's microchips in it and stuff, the news is like giving you information that is letting you know that the vaccines are safe. But then you can just go on YouTube and look up vaccinations, microchips, and there's going to be someone telling you the things that you think are real, reaffirming that. and so it just builds your idiocy up more
because
and more
of
and
the
more.
algorithm. The
Algorithm.
Yeah.
Algorithm.
It's just so easy to be dumb now, and to have that backed up. You know, like it's kind of insane all the misinformation that you can
And how many
acquire.
people do you talk to with grievances and complaints over and over again? And you ask them, well, what does that have to do with you? You're retired now. What is your beef?
You're the only retired person I know.
And what is he? And it's because they watch the television that brainwashes them, and they don't want to admit they're brainwashed. But
Yep.
what else could it be but brainwashed?
My grandmother watches the news. That's pretty much, she watches the news and Family Feud.
That affects you.
And she thinks Atlanta, Georgia is the most dangerous place in the world. I tell her I'm flying home, and she's just like, well, be careful when you get off the plane in Atlanta. They'll,
Like you're getting off the plane in Manila or
they'll,
something.
They'll kill you for a nickel over there. And it's just like, you gotta change the station sometimes.
I feel like cities like that used to be a lot more dangerous, though, because my parents are the same way. They're, like, scared of big cities. They're like, just be careful, like, don't go to gas stations at night.
Okay, I'll just run out
Yeah.
of gas and be stuck on the highway.
Gas stations at night is where all the action takes place. The Biden administration has approved the nation's first large-scale offshore wind farm with construction to begin as soon as later this year. The Vineyard Wind Project will site 84 turbines 14 miles off the Massachusetts coast and create enough electricity to power 400,000 homes.
And kill just as many
I
birds.
was gonna say.
Yeah, that's another thing they say. Yeah, the birds. They don't tell you about the dead birds. They don't tell you about, everything's a problem. Everything's a problem.
Would have been good for all those crows.
Yeah. Where are those crows at? Put some wind farms there.
This is what we're talking about, guys. Listen to this. Just 12 people are responsible for 65% of false and misleading anti-vaccine posts on social media.
12 people?
I know those people
Sam
too.
Tripoli.
According to a new study, the bogus claims made through multiple Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts include denying COVID-19 exists. Tell that to a family member who lost their son, to this. False cures, and charging that vaccine-caused deaths are being covered up. See, everything is according to the Center for Countering Digital Hate. Well, we're going through this pretty quick.
I'm glad you could bring your Reader's Digest in today.
Well, this is where I get my items of interest. I don't know. If I didn't have this, how would I get all these items? They don't come to me in a dream. You got to get them someplace, right? Fidel, is that your name?
Yeah.
Fidel Castro.
Yeah.
New software allows anyone to create a deep fake clone of their own voice, said so-and-so and so-and-so. Last week, the technology firm Veritone introduced Marvel AI, I guess Marvel Artificial Intelligence, which can clone a voice and make the results sound nearly indistinguishable from the real thing. It's aimed mainly at celebrities and influencers who could allow their voices to be out and about, recording radio spots, reading audio books at all times, 24/7. Wow. Traditional speech synthesis used for voice assists like Siri and Alexa. I met a woman named Alexa at the Creek and Cave one night. She said, "What's your name?" I'm Alexa. I said, "Alexa, take your shirt off." Alexa, get down on your knees. No, really, I never met an Alexa before. Alexa, Alexa.
I won't respond to that.
Yeah, if you tell Alexa, is it true the CIA's, they'll say, I can't respond to that. You ask them a really cheeky question or about the government and stuff, they're like, I can't talk about that. I don't know what you're talking about.
No. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me
Is
know.
it true that, Alexa, is it true that the NSA is stealing our phone records and spying on us?
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, of course you don't. You don't want to talk about it, you little. There I am with this. I'm sorry. Now I'm starting what I'm complaining about. Conspiracy theories. So it says, creating over realistic voice, but duplicating the sound of a particular voice, especially a well-known voice, is a major advance. The AI-created voices are still flatter and more clipped than the real thing. Hypothetically, however, you could have Walter Cronkite reading the nightly news again.
Just watch For All Mankind. It's a show about like what if Russians landed on the moon first, and then they have so much stuff with Ronald Reagan, and they're using like the deep fake technology, and it's very impressive, but it's also scary because like you could have someone doing a deep fake of Joe Biden, like telling us that that you're the water makes you gay or something like that.
Right.
Whatever.
Or I'm gonna nuke Korea right now.
I'm talking about some like real scary stuff though.
Oh, okay.
So
sorry.
But it's like they could do something to like cause an uproar, and people would watch that and be like, look, this is real. The president said it. And it's hard to prove that it's not legitimate.
What year were you born?
96.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's when I've been at the Comedy Store 2 years then.
Wow.
Turned 21.
I got my driver's license. 16.
This one's about grumpy dogs. They say are better at doing tricks and being nice to strangers than nice dogs. I'm not going to go into it. Dogs with grumpy characteristics are better than their cheerier peers at learning tricks from strangers. All right, fine. I'm not going to get into it.
I wouldn't want a smart dog, would you?
Mom, what's wrong with Tucker?
He's been really bloated today.
That's so stupid.
This is big news. This is going to come out yesterday, I guess. It's available Thursday, May 27th, which was yesterday on HBO and Max. Guys, hold on to your seats. Maybe they actually were good friends. 17 years after Friends aired its final episode, the 6 co-stars of the beloved sitcom have finally reconvened to laugh and reminisce about their decade-long run.
Wow.
Little about the special has been revealed other than that Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Matthew Perry, David Schwimmer, and Matt LeBlanc will all be there. And the extensive guest list runs from Justin Bieber to Cindy Crawford to Lady Gaga. Wow.
All the women maintain their looks. All the dudes definitely got older. But the thing is, it's just the actors. It's not like they didn't like write a new episode.
It's just them hanging out.
Yeah, which I think is a cop-out.
Yeah, they should have done an actual episode.
Like 20 years later, they're all living in a different place and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
That I binged that. So I binged Frasier and I binged Friends during the pandemic, and Friends was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Really? Oh, the joke writing is great in that damn Friends.
It is, but I will say this: it does not hold up on certain like LGBTQ. You could, especially with Frasier, every episode has like a gay joke in it, and it's very interesting to see like just 10 years ago what was acceptable and what now like people would be like trying to cancel a show over. And the same thing with Friends.
Yeah.
But
when Jennifer Aniston did blackface, you guys remember that?
On June 1st at 7:30 p.m., I'll be at the Paramount Theater watching Harold and Maude on the big screen.
I thought you were about to plug a performance.
Harold and Maude, great movie.
Man, one of the best. God, that and Death Race 2000. God, what a great.
Was that with what's his name?
David Carradine. You get points for running people over in the street.
Jason
you got to see
Death Race, right?
Yeah, he did a new one.
Did he? Yeah. Of Death Race 2000?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh man, it's classic. Even for the vaccinated, travel remains far from simple. Said so and so and so and so. Thanks. It's time to speak up if you want your employer to let you keep working remotely. Okay.
Oh, I saw something very funny. Someone said, we got this as a gift card from our boss at
Go ahead.
Christmas of 2019, and it was a free work from home day pass for 2020. And then they just ended up working from home the whole year. But it does. I think the workforce is going to change because of that, right?
Yeah.
Like we can finally you can do this podcast from home now. You don't have to come here to the studio.
Oh no, I love coming here.
This is my home.
You know, I'll tell you about the workforce. The other evening, I tried to attend 2 Denny's, both closed. Then an IHOP, got into IHOP, and then they said we're closed. And they can't get enough people to take these jobs because they're not paying enough.
Right.
Yeah.
They're going to have to start effing paying a decent hourly wage.
How long was the drive between Denny's?
Not terribly long.
Oh, okay.
One is 35 South, and the other one is the really classic. They call it the classic dining, right near 6th Street on the other side of the 35, north of the river. And they were not too far. And then the IHOP, I mean, they just can't get people. They can't get people.
I didn't think those places ever closed.
Well,
You know, I didn't think-
COVID-19 has changed everything.
And you know, it's interesting because in Texas is different than California. In California, you still get minimum wage plus your tips, but places like Texas and Georgia, they can pay $3 per hour, and then it's subsidized with your tip money.
Yeah.
So I mean
They
that kind
They
of
can really pay people $3 an hour?
Yeah.
plus because
In
they consider
2021?
they consider your tips your wage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it was when I was a waiter for all those years. And I mean, obviously, like if you are working and you're not making any money, the manager would just cut you or whatever. But you usually make, money.
Jeez. Oh, jeez. $3 an hour. It's 2021 for crying out loud.
Yeah,
Right.
Well, that's why people won't go back. That is one bad thing. I mean, look, I got unemployment during this whole thing, and when you make twice as much money sitting at home than you would when you were working, the stimulus kind of like made everyone look at it and be like, oh, the place I work at does not appreciate me as much. If the government's just going to give me twice as much to sit at home, it makes you kind of reevaluate your worth. And I think that's a good thing for people. Like if you're not gonna, if you can't maintain your business and still pay me a livable wage, then your business is
Your business model is not right.
there's something wrong. Make a better moons over my hammy and charge more money for it. Use a better quality meat, and then you can pay your employee more when you charge more for your sandwich.
And some corporations are doing it themselves. They're not waiting for Congress. Like Costco pays at least $15 an hour.
Costco's good.
great. Get
In
full
and out.
benefits.
In and out pays good.
Most grocery stores, you get full benefits, and it's like one of the better places to work.
I might start working at a grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Stand-up comedy is the worst.
Have you ever had a job?
I worked at
Besides
Panda
the comedy.
Express.
Ooh, orange
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah.
How'd you like that?
It was greasy as hell.
Did you fit in?
I did fine. I did all right.
Did you get a lot of acne?
It was pretty bad. Yeah.
Do you get tips?
No.
Did you get
tips.
the gout? Gout?
No, not
Did you
that
learn
much.
how to speak Chinese?
Mexican.
Did you have to, did you have to wear a hairnet?
I did. Yeah. And a hat on top of that.
Oh, double protection.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Have you found hair in your food at Panda Express?
No, I only think I've eaten there once. That's not
Yeah.
my really to go.
Oh,
That's
you don't
a-
like Panda Express?
No. I like real Chinese food places.
Yeah.
Seafood port. Seafood port.
I think Panda Express does a pretty damn good job. Like even like Asians like Panda Express for the most part.
How long did you work there?
For 3 months.
Why were you fired?
How do you know he didn't quit?
I was just there for the summer, so
I see. So
I
It was
pissed
an
in the food,
internship.
Yeah.
20 companies were responsible for producing 55% of 130 million tons of single-use plastic waste in the world in 2019. ExxonMobil led all global plastic waste polluters with 5.9 million tons. Dow Chemical, 5.5 million. And China's, a company in China called Sinpec or something, 5.3 million. Digital currency scammers impersonating Elon Musk have stolen more than $2 million in the past 6 months alone, according to Rex. People are getting rich on stealing shit.
It's such a crazy scam. I don't know how people fall for it.
What's the scam?
It'll be like, hey, send me one Bitcoin, like whatever. Send me $500 worth of Bitcoin, and then we will send you $5,000. And I don't know what clicks in a person's head to think, okay, if I send them $500, of course they're going to send me $5,000. Like it's the dumbest.
People are just retarded.
Someone thinks they got a chance at something and they just go for it. But it is the dumbest scheme that is out there for sure.
Macy's said its first quarter sales jumped 56% from last year when the start of the pandemic crushed retailers. Bank of America said it would raise its lowest wage to $26 an hour by 2025. The bank brought its minimum pay to $15 an hour in 2017, then to $20 an hour in 2020. McDonald's also said it is raising hourly pay by an average of 10%. And the last thing on business is Amazon seeks to buy MGM Studio.
They did
$9 billion. They got a 8-point-something billion dollar relief from Congress for something, and then like the next day paid $9 billion for it's a real sketchy.
They got all
thing.
Amazon just got all the money, just all the money.
As an Amazon shareholder, I support it.
How much stock do you have in Amazon?
I have a few.
As an Amazon Prime member, I support it.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's going to happen is that you see, didn't Time Warner and Discovery become one company last week? And so it's just these media streaming giants are getting assets to go to war with each other.
Yeah, Disney owns everything.
All right.
That fucking mouse.
The guy died. He was Spencer Silver died. He was 80 years old. He's the guy who invented, by mistake, or maybe not by mistake, but that's not what he was looking to invent, the sticky note.
Wow.
What was he trying to invent initially?
Some kind of adhesives for aerospace and stuff like that.
He really fucked up.
I bet he was a passive-aggressive guy, too.
It says...
you know what I mean?
The last paragraph is originally named Press and Peel Pads. The product took off when 3M gave free samples to offices in Boise,
Idaho?
Idaho.
You said it was a great place to live?
Said so-and-so and so-and-so. First produced in Canary Yellow, Post-it notes are now sold in virtually every shape and color imaginable. In an irony that brings Silver's chemical experimentation full circle, the product is also available in a super sticky incarnation. Silver, who received 36 other patents and retired in 1996, drew almost cosmic meaning from his unique adhesive. It doesn't break down, he said. The paper will eventually deteriorate, but the stickiness will always remain.
My favorite bird is the canary bird.
Come again?
The canary.
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 Did you get that? Yeah, me neither.
No.
No.
I'm lost.
Canterbury?
You said the color was originally canary yellow.
Oh, you're making fun of my... Okay, and the last item of items of interest... Mother Nature, in her infinite wisdom, has installed within each of us a powerful biological instinct to reproduce. This is her way of assuring that the human race, come what may, will never have any disposable income. That's supposed to be funny. The Predigy,
Predigy.
This is pretty gay.
I was sent to a Predigy camp.
The Predigy of honey does not concern the bee. A clover any time to him is aristocracy. Doubt grows with knowledge. Okay. In order to rise from... I want to stop reading now. In order to rise from its own ashes, a phoenix first must burn. You know you're getting old when you get that one candle on the cake. It's like, see if you can blow this out. And that's our friend Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, you love Jerry. You do a wonderful Jerry Seinfeld impression.
When I meet people at my old job, somebody would say, the captain would say that he was a big fan of Jerry Seinfeld. I was just stiffen up because I knew he would hate my comedy. Just hate it.
There's a lot of similarities.
The desire to reach the stars is ambitious. The desire to reach hearts is wise and most possible. So that's it. Thank you. Let's have a big hand for the items of interest.
Redban is on fire.
All right, let's go to some questions. You don't mind answering some questions?
Let's do it.
What's the finest memory, Lucas, that you've had growing up?
The finest or the...
one of the nice, memorable, most memories you can remember growing up.
Oh, boy.
We'll get back to you.
All
How
right.
about you, Mitch? These answers should come pretty quick. The first thing that's going to come into your mind. What's your finest first? Oh, no, what is your... I'm sorry, we're going to have to retrack.
Okay, yeah, please.
Going to walk it back. What is your first memory you had?
Oh, okay. My parents' divorce. Yeah, I was 3.5 years old.
Must have been
and
shocking. Huh? Did you get help? Therapy?
Yeah, we went to all that.
You ever had to try and hurt yourself? Don't answer it. We'll get back to that.
Okay.
Go ahead. When was your first memory?
My first memory is I think holding my dog Sam. I had a little dog.
How old?
I was probably like 4 years old.
Not you, the dog.
Oh, the dog was probably about 4 years old as well.
How old are you?
I was 4. We were both 4. That's why we bonded. We had a lot in common.
Wow. What was the dog's name?
Sam. Yeah, we got him from an older lady, and so she had already named him. So we didn't think
How long
to
did
change the
that
name.
dog last in your life before it perished?
About 3 years. And
Okay,
then-
thanks.
Okay.
How about you? 3 years. That's it? 3 years?
My stepmother ran over him in the garage,
Bro. Backwards or going forward?
backing out.
Back. Reverse. I say it all the time.
Wow.
It's not natural. It's the most dangerous gear to be in. Nothing ever. It's not natural to walk backwards. It's not When I put it in reverse, man, I just go just about back to go forward and go like a turn.
Every time,
It's the worst thing.
every time Michael Jackson would do that moonwalk, your heart just stops.
Yeah. It's not natural to walk backwards. It's
Yeah.
not natural to drive backwards. It's not natural.
Have you seen that woman that can't walk forwards?
No.
Oh, I know what you. No, I don't know.
I think it turned out that she was faking it. But
Wasn't it like if she ran, she could run, but she just couldn't walk or something
like that.
Yeah, and like when she did, she was like,
Yeah.
What's your first memory you've ever had?
I think it was when I was in my kitchen and I was chewing on a little Bible. And then my parents took it out of my mouth.
What makes you angry, Lucas?
People that talk a lot. You know what I mean? Like people that
What?
don't. Exactly.
Oh, I want to give a shout out. I almost forgot to the wonderful and talented and beautiful Annie Letterman. Annie Letterman, we love you. We're sorry we missed you last week. Things got a little haywire.
Someone says they hate people that talk too much, and you go, "Oh yeah, that reminds me of Annie Letterman."
No, I want to. No. It has nothing to do. It has nothing. It has nothing to do with Annie. I failed to give a shout out. She was supposed to be on last week. She didn't make it, but we love her. And I was only joshing about. I think I said I was going to hit her over the head with a chair.
That's a big.
That's
a
just
big
a
loss.
joke. That's a joke.
Annie's the best. I love
yeah.
Annie. Yeah,
She's great.
Except
we
for
love
her
her.
talking too much.
So, what makes you angry?
Just obnoxious people.
Oh, that's right.
You know
We're
what I mean?
gonna-
People that can't like live in silence with friends and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. Always got to be talking.
Yeah. Just shut up. You know.
Well, people are sometimes afraid. It's okay just to not say anything. I
Exactly.
understand. If I have nothing to say, small talk is even more uncomfortable than no talk, I think.
Yeah.
How about you, Mitch? What makes you angry?
Disrespect. You know, like maybe texting somebody or calling them, and then they just don't ever reply. Just people treating you like you're less than
I
you.
told you I
actually
lost
are.
my phone.
This is not
I
directed
lost
at
my
you.
fucking phone. All right, it was between phones. What makes you angry, Lucas?
Thanks, Mitch.
Huh?
I said thanks, Mitch. You remember my name. I don't know. I don't really get angry.
No, I don't believe you do.
Yeah.
You have any near-death experiences, Lucas?
Yeah, I've had a couple. Yeah, I got hit by a car a couple years ago on a bike, and broke a couple ribs, and had a hip contusion, and hit my.
What's
helmet.
a hip contusion?
It's like a really, really, really bruised hip.
Oh, okay.
Like it fucked up my walk for a month. The ribs took a few months to heal.
Wow.
And I got $15,000 out of it.
Oh shit.
And I bought a camera lens, so it was all worth it.
Camera lenses are very expensive.
Yeah, that was the most recent one. But yeah.
What was the worst job you ever had, Lucas?
I did concession stands where you like at a dirt track in small town Knoxville, Iowa. It's like a dirt racing track, stock car racing, where it's like Wednesday night the whole town goes to the racetrack.
My dad was a race car driver, and I drove one when I was 16.
Yeah, and and I'm carrying I was 13. I'm carrying like buttloads of 20-ounce pops, Mountain Dew, Pepsi, up and down the concessions, up and down the stairs, and people would flag you down and give you money. But you're getting hit by dirt chunks if you're in the first 10 rows, and the noise is so loud.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's so great.
And I was going to say, the people are so, low level.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And I did it for, a week, because it's only, the big stock car racing series was, a week a year. But it was only a week, but it was hell.
Tell us about the parking lot.
Oh, the parking lot? I never scratched a car in the parking lot. I loved working in the Comedy Store parking lot. It's the best job there.
Oh, no, not that parking lot.
Which one?
The parking lot where you were at the concession.
Oh, that?
Yeah, I want you to tell us what state. Tell us about the state. Tell us everything you know.
All I know is that I hated the people. We got paid in cash, which was awesome. And I went home and I used all that cash to buy, remember the BMG music services, like the 12 CDs for a penny?
Yeah.
That's what I did. And I bought Britney Spears and Backstreet Boys and all this stupid shit that...
Because you wouldn't want to buy it in the store where someone could see you.
Exactly. You buy it in the mail. That's right.
What was your worst job?
I was a lifeguard.
Who the hell are you going to say?
No one. I was really bad at it. They would do these tests with these fake weighted babies, and they'd sneak them into the pool. And there's 3 babies that I did not see for a good 5 minutes.
Any near-death experience?
No, I've lived a very safe life.
I respect water a lot. I was up in Bear Mountain, New York with my family once, and I was at the deep end of a pool, and for some reason, I jumped in the deep end, not knowing how to swim.
Yeah.
And you just start sucking in water, and you're flaring around, and you're dying. And I got dragged out luckily by a sibling or somebody.
Yeah.
But it's frightening.
Is it true that drowning doesn't look like what they show on TV?
For us, it just looked like someone that was trying really hard to tread
I don't know if he's a good
water.
one to ask. He failed out of the damn thing.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so it's either you're barely above water, or you've sucked in too much water and you're just at the bottom of the
you just
pool.
start inhaling gobs of water, and you just say this, and your eyes are open so you can see the water going all over the place. Crazy. When was your last job? Your worst job?
My worst. I mean, stand-up comedy has been pretty tough. Trying to pursue that full time is the hardest and dumbest thing that you can do in the beginning. There's such a discrepancy between the top and the bottom. If no one as a doctor is sleeping on a couch and then the other doctor's making millions of dollars. It's all kind of even. But with comedy,
and they're working at the same hospital.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I touched on that last night a bit, but I didn't want to get into it. Yeah,
it is an insane, and also, how fucking dumb am I to think that I'm one of the ones that's gonna make it? It's such a lottery to think that you're gonna be successful in this, because there's no middle class for comedy. You're either dirt
You're
poor,
in the stratosphere, or you're
underground.
On the ground.
Yeah, it's tough.
Did I ask you what makes you angry?
I mean,
I'm
disrespect.
Sorry, thank you. Oh, that's right. Sorry. And did you have any near-death experience?
Yeah, I got T-boned in a car crash recently. I mean, I was fine, but that was pretty crazy because the person didn't slow down at all. They hit
No
me
brakes. No brakes.
Yeah, they hit me going about 45 miles an hour. Turned my car completely around in the road. It was
I see it here. I see it here in Texas. I saw it in California. I see it in New York. I see it wherever I go. People going 35, 40 miles an hour in a freaking parking lot. I say this more than I can say it. If you can't read the license plate of the vehicles in the parking lot, you're going too fast. And you see them. They are just flying. Just flying. I mean, it's a parking lot, man. Somebody's going to get hurt.
and they're going in reverse.
Oh, reverse. Forget reverse. Reverse. Nothing ever good comes out of reverse. Nothing. Mm-hmm. You can ask anybody that's ever been in reverse. Let's go to Lucas to my right.
Yeah.
Or Lucas to my Lucas.
With a C.
What do you know about farts in relationships? What do you do about farts in relationships?
That's a respect thing. That's something like after a year. You don't do it right away.
Really?
You pretend you don't fart. You know what I mean?
Do it right away and get it over with. Let her know, what this is about.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Lee is the first woman that I ever farted in front of, and then we ended up having a baby together just a few short months later.
Wow.
Yeah.
When I was when I'm on a new date, I'll just pull the truck over and just grab some toilet paper out of the glove box and just take a little dump leave the lights on so she can see me squat. And if she's still in the car when I come back, she likes me.
I'm very comfortable pooping in front of people.
Yeah,
I am.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
How big could your poop be?
It's like what's in the litter box for a cat.
Look at those steaks. That's Mariah Carey. She loves beef. Mariah Carey. So the farts. Okay. How about you, Mitch? What do you do about farts in a relationship? Did you
So
say?
like I had never done it before. I thought it was like very embarrassing, but then I farted in front of Lee very early in our relationship, and then we got pregnant the next month.
So it was a good thing.
Yeah, I think it. I honestly think it's something that people are so taboo about, and then if you just do it in front of the person and you're laughing about it or whatever, you can't. If you fart in front of them and then they pretend like it didn't happen, that's a problem.
Yeah.
You got to acknowledge it and act like your kid's in grade school and laugh, and then move on.
In the change room at the police department or any place I'm at, changing, whenever somebody farts, I say, "All rise." That's what you got to do when somebody, and it's just a backwards burp. The only problem is
it's a burp in reverse. That's why it's so bad.
The only problem, and in basic training was great. Whenever everybody's quiet in the bar, and then you just, but the only problem is when the stench.
Yeah.
And that's when you want to move away from the person, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially in a new relationship, first date, and she shits her pants.
Yeah. Well, you want to get ahead. You want to get ahead of the story. If you fart and you know it's going to smell bad, you just have to. You just have to admit it, or else it's just going to be a problem if she finds out. Just from the smell.
You definitely have to be like, "Oh God, this is a rough one."
You could say you have a condition, irritable bowel syndrome.
Right.
I don't think that helps though.
Did you know that you can make Alexa make fart noises?
No, try it.
If you just tell Alexa, say, Alexa, make a fart sound, and then she'll be like, this is a liquid fart.
Hey Siri, make a fart sound.
I'm not sure I understand.
Yeah,
no, because you don't want to.
Siri is not on the same level as Alexa.
Alexa's dirty.
Yeah, she's a dirty girl. This is so juvenile.
Do you think people are inherently good or bad?
I think inherently good.
How about you, Mitch?
Everyone's trying their best.
Nah, man, people are bad, and then they get taught how to hide that.
Wow.
I'm a little pessimistic.
Do you
Yeah,
think
it's
good
true.
people are just good at hiding it?
What people?
Good people.
I mean,
It doesn't matter. It's the outcome that counts.
There's
If
no-
you do something for somebody, you say, "Oh, it makes me feel good." Well,
yeah, there's no such thing as true altruism. It's whenever you do something, you're always if you do something good for somebody with no credit, it still is something that is making you feel good for doing that.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing.
I'm not saying
it's just a result of doing something for somebody. You can't help it. What are you going to do?
But I do think that for the most part, people tend to be selfish and greedy, and that's why we live in the society that we live in.
It's like people are either going to leave a note when they smash your car in the lot, and the people that don't leave a note.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking
Most
about.
of them won't leave the note.
Yeah. What is a deal breaker for you in a personal? What is a deal breaker in a person for you?
I think what Lucas was saying, if they just talk too much.
Okay.
If they're not engaging in conversation and they just talk about themselves.
Do you sleep on your side? Are you a side sleeper? Are you a belly? These questions were researched very extensively.
I'm a slide sleeper.
Belly sleeper or back sleeper?
Side sleeper.
How about you, Mitch?
Belly.
How about you?
Depends how drunk I am, but usually side.
Yeah. I like to move around a lot, different positions. Sometimes I like to put pillows right under my front, so my butt is way up in the air. Anyway. Worst or the funniest sexual experience? This may not apply to you at your age. You probably haven't.
I'm still
have
waiting.
you ever
to
seen
have
a grown
sex.
man naked? Yeah, I love that movie.
Airplane.
Oh God,
Right?
so good. Yeah. Okay. Worst or funniest sexual experience? I guess I would ask you then what hand cream you like the best. I don't know.
Worst or most embarrassing? Oh man.
Worst or funniest sexual experience?
Or funniest. You know, I've just been crushing it ever since I started. So I've never had any bad sexual
How
experiences.
about you, Lucas?
I mean, I can't think of any for myself, but I remember I had this dog growing up that would hump this Bullwinkle we had, and whenever I had guests over, I would bring the little Bullwinkle stuffed animal out, and she'd just go to town. But eventually, she kind of started doing it in shame, so she would do it in secret, and wouldn't do it if you were watching. But I remember that was my first sexual experience, was seeing my dog Maggie fuck this, stuffed Christmas.
And then you
Bullwinkle.
started whoring her out in front of your friends.
Yeah, and she got hit by a car, and
Oh my gosh.
I teach myself.
Sex is so good. I don't know that. I'm honestly trying to think. That was a silly thing for me to say, but I'm honestly trying to think worst or most. It's always a real fun time. I don't know that I've ever walked away and been like, oh man, that's.
I think anytime you have sex and the girl queefs, I think that's always funny.
I always like to shame her when that happens.
Yeah.
Patrice O'Neal had a bit about it where he loved the sound of a queef because it was just like his dick was so huge that even air couldn't be in the vagina while he was fucking her.
Do you like being the little spoon or the big spoon?
Little spoon, absolutely.
It's probably surprising, but I enjoy being the little spoon. I'm a
Right.
big guy, but I like to have someone wrap their arms around me
about
and
you,
make me
Lucas?
feel safe.
Big spoon. I want to be an ice cream scooper.
All right. Now, this is a speed round, so I'm going to need you to be really quick and really
Okay.
edit yourself because we don't have all day. What is the first memory you ever had?
Didn't we do this?
We already did this one.
Well, that was a quick round. I just got the vaccination. So I made a little video yesterday about getting my second shot, and there was some guy that said that he didn't like me anymore. He said he regrets liking me, and I was just talking about myself. I respect everybody who wants to do anything. You don't have to dislike me because I got a second shot.
Was he mad at you because you got a vaccine?
Yeah, I think that's where it was going. But
how do you just like go in the store and put down a seat? And just start filming? Like, did the managers not come up and be like, "Sir, you cannot record in here"? And why did you bring a chair in? Like,
yeah, what are you sitting on?
My little stool that I have to bring wherever I go. It's one of those Chinatown stools that folds flat, the little round ones.
Yeah.
But you've not been asked to leave yet or kicked out?
No, I get some people.
It's like illegal and stuff.
Look at this. This is horrible. So,
This is fantastic.
and I'm in the card aisle today.
Are you on TikTok?
I was, and I got off, then I was, and then I got off. I'm kind of not on it.
I'll say that this is the kind of content that I would like, because TikTok is a weird thing. I feel gross scrolling through it on like an airplane or in a public setting, because it's always so many young,
Sexy teens.
hot chicks, doing stuff, and I'm a 40-year-old man. Like, if it was just videos of Holtzman popping up on my phone, that would be appropriate. But like, we need more of you on TikTok.
You know who else I want to give a shout out to is our friend Eric Delisarandro. He's got a YouTube, Instagram page, and I'm telling you, he really kicks butt. He is very, very funny. He's from Staten Island, and he was on Dead Air once before. I met him here in Austin, and his name is Eric. Brian, can you help me with that?
Eric Delisandro.
You got 3.3 million views on that video. What are you doing?
Yeah, that was my first one.
Wait, what is Janice wearing? Because that is so stupid.
Wow. So
You really dropped off, though. You went from 3.3 million views to 600.
It's all fake.
Yeah.
Like, TikTok's mostly robots. One thing they do is, like, if you start a new account, your first couple videos will get tons of views, and you'll be like, "What the fuck? I'm popular." And then that's how they get you in, because you're like, you got so many views.
You're chasing that high.
You're chasing that high.
I had one that hit like 600, 700,000, and then the rest of them would be around 10,000. But it regardless of how good I was, like, it felt gross being on the app, because it's all young, hot chicks, and it's like, I can't sit next to my child's mother going through TikTok and having fucking hot young teens dancing and shit. That's just weird. I gotta look at it in the bathroom.
It's all fake too.
Well, I want to thank all three of you gentlemen for coming on Dead. I want to thank Zach for being the transporter today. I really appreciate you coming here. I know how busy you guys are. You're in town limited time, and you got a lot going on. So I'm very appreciative. So now we're going to go around and give you guys the opportunity to plug whatever you want to plug at the end of this episode of Dead Air. You want to start?
Yeah, I'll be with Mitch actually tomorrow night at Sunset Strip in Austin downtown, so come out. And also the Comedy Store in a couple weeks. So message me for tickets. We'll hook you up.
Do you want to give us any of your handles on the social media?
Oh, at Lucas Hirl on everything. It's Hirl, girl like with an H.
Once more, slow.
LUCASHIRL.
No, I just want to make sure everybody gets it. That's all. How about you, Mitch?
I guess mainly look out for my episode on America's Got Talent and follow me on that show if I advance. That'd be great to get everyone's support. I'm Mitch Burrow on all social media, and like Lucas said, if you're in LA and you want to come see me at the Comedy Store, just follow me on social media. I post all the shows that I do there whenever I'm on the lineups. So,
and congratulations on Little Billy.
Yes, thank you very much.
Man. How about you, Lucas? Would you like to plug anything?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, LUKASWMC, and I run a show here in Austin every other Friday. It's happening tonight, and it'll be happening again in 2 weeks.
Where?
It's at Santa Cruz Theater.
Oh, that's a great location. I did it once.
Great. Yeah, Brian did it. Closed it out.
Is that downtown?
It's East Austin. So it's like 5 minutes from downtown.
Okay.
5 minutes on the other side of 35.
Yeah.
What time is the show?
It's at 8 o'clock tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, come swing by if y'all want.
It's a great little venue. Brian, you got anything? Is that it? You anything else you want to? Your social media handles or anything?
I did. Yeah, Instagram. I said the LUKASWMC. Just follow me on there.
Do it again, slow. I want to make sure people get it.
Okay. I'm starting over. Gonna start over. Okay. L.
No, the reason I do this is because people talk real slow, and then when it's time to give you the phone number, they rattle it off. They talk to you real slow, and then when it's time to give you the digits, 7 That's why.
Okay, you ready?
It's for your benefit.
L. As in Lucas. UKASWMC.
Lincoln, Union, Karen, Albert, Sam, Mary, Charles, Roger, Adam, Roger, Young.
Yeah.
Now, is that Karen with a C or with a K?
C.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ever call the cops on a Karen? Has Karen ever called the cops on you?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I've understood very little of what you had to say today.
It goes both ways.
Unfortunately, he's correct. You are correct. How about you, Brian? You got anything?
We got Secret Show every Thursday here at the Vulcan Gas Company. Last night, everybody here was on the show. Coming up, though, we got Punky coming in town from SNL and a bunch of surprises. So every Thursday.
You think we'll be able to get Punky on the on Dead Air?
Yep, she will be staying.
Punky Johnson. She's
the
best.
Wow. You can find me on all the social media platforms. I have a Patreon now. It's Holtzman. That's it, Holtzman. And see if you like that. If you want a Dead Air T-shirt, you can go to holtzman.store. Holtzman.store and see if you can pick up one of those T-shirts. And thanks for listening. And I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank Bad Ashley. And don't forget to watch Mooney on Letterman, Paul Mooney on Letterman. You will be amazed at the master. Thank you, Brian. And thanks, everybody, again.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Bad Ashley.